Well, hello everyone, this is Minty Tiger, and today we are gonna make a Pelican replica of Halo series. And what you're seeing now is a model of Warthog from Halo series, which is a cargo of a Pelican aircraft. So as you can see, we are building our aircraft. And this is actually my first time doing an English commentary on my videos, so this might be a little awkward and I might mumble a lot, but please pardon me for the rest of my video. And here we go. So this was quite a bit of challenge for me because making a shape of a fictional aircraft and making it functional is not something very easy to do in KSP, because KSP has limited amount of parts without mods. Obviously I didn't use any kind of mods in this video, so I had to figure out a way to look very similar to what we have in the top left corner. And I tried my best, and I tried to mimic the methodology of working, or how should I call this? Wait, whatever. The flight habit of Pelican as well, but apparently it didn't work. Somebody know the word? Please let me know in the comment section, please. And let's move on to the testing of this aircraft. So I tried to do a vertical descent with cup engines, which was not sufficient because of its low thrust compared to our mass, and simply this way wouldn't work. So I had to decide an alternative option to do a takeoff. So actually I added some landing gears and vertical stabilizers. No, wait, this is not Mark II. Sorry for the spoiler, but apparently it's not stable enough so that it bounces off the runway, and it is heading the wrong direction, and this leads to a catastrophic failure once again. It's a good thing that no one is driving the thing yet.
God,
And even though we could manage to run all the way through runway, it was too front heavy, it would face downwards, and it would just explode like that. So this is my Mark II, made some modifications, changed our engine, we added vertical stabilizer, and we added a bunch of more 11s as well. And this is the footage of it running down the runway. Looks fine, yes, and we could easily take off with this. So we flied, more or less. It worked, yes. Do we call it a success? No, maybe not. So before changing our design and everything, I wanted to make sure if this thing was stable enough to do flight maneuvers, and would it be safe to drop our cargo to the surface of Kerbin. So I'm doing the testing right now, flying through the mountains near KSC in fogs or clouds, whatever you would call. And apparently it's pretty moderate to fly this thing. It wasn't easy because this craft has tendency to head downwards, and it is not something you want to do while you are driving something. So apparently when we decouple the docking port of the Warthog, the docking port itself explodes for some reason, and I couldn't fix it until the very end of this video, so I just leave it like that. It's more Master Chief way, I would say. So we are landing once again, and I was pretty pleased. But on the other side, I was almost disappointed as well, because I know that Pelicans doesn't work in this way. So I had to figure out a way to make a vertical ascent first before we do actual flying of this aircraft. And here comes my answer for this question. So this is my Mark III, and we are ready to take off. It works just fine for a brief moment, and we turn on the jet engines, and the front engines has more thrust to it because of the thrust limit I have set, and we can actually make this thing high enough so that if this thing would drop and we face downwards, we would gain velocity out of it, like that. And then we can stabilize ourselves using that velocity, so it goes pretty close to the ground, and then it lifts off once again. So I thought of going to the mountains once again, and I decided not to because we have already done that. 2, I wanted to make this thing short because this wasn't from my live broadcast. I just re-recorded everything for just this part, and we turn ourselves back to KSC. So we are gonna drop the Warthog once again, but this time near KSC, and we are gonna land this thing to somewhere around the KSC as well, to making sure that this thing would land properly, not only taking off. Taking off would be much easier than landing this thing, so I wanted to make sure that this thing lands properly. Again, the docking port blew up, but it was a flawless drop, I would say. And we're making some maneuvers to head back to where we have dropped the Warthog once again. And as you can see, if we're too low on the surface, we can turn on the vertical stabilizer just for a minute, and it could lift us upward with their thrust as well. I wanted to land pretty accurate with the Warthog so that it won't take forever to drive the Warthog to the aircraft itself. And I had a hard time locating it until now, and I could spot it, and then I started descending downwards. So we are pretty close, as you can see. Very stable, but I'm controlling everything and every moment of this flight. So again, we turn on our vertical stabilizers and turn off our jet engines and try to stall ourselves and descend vertically. And that is what I call the perfect landing in KSP, 11 out of 10 with explosions. And this is the footage of our Warthog parking right next to our Pelican, and here we go. Beautiful, isn't it? And if you happen to like this video, please press the like button. If you want to see more of these coming, please hit the subscribe button, and because it motivates me a lot. And today is the Mid-Autumn Festival in Korea, and all around the Eastern cultures. I hope best of luck to everyone. I hope you are safe in this chaotic situation. And I wish everyone to be happy as well. Thank you for watching my video, and there is more coming right next to this footage. So look forward for that as well. We have to blow this thing up as every Halo vehicle shoot. Here we go. Shame that didn't take off the VAV, but it was fun doing this. Thank you for watching.